First thing we're going to do is we're going to get our venison tenderloin here. We're going to clean it. We're going to put it in a marinade. Preferably, you want to marinate this for at least a couple of hours. It depends on what kind of venison you're using. This particular is farm raised. It's from New Zealand. It's actually a red stag. This, like I said, is farm raised, so it's much more tender than if you would harvest one yourself in the wild. Wild meat, really free range meat is much more tough. They're out in the wild, they're doing their thing, they develop much more connective tissue, and in turn they are tougher. So if you are using a wild venison, a freshly harvested venison, you want to really marinate this for at least 24 hours. But since we're using the farm raised, we're going to just do it for, we can marinate for a couple of hours. We're going to wrap it in some good antibiotic-free, all-natural Serrano ham, and then we're going to make a fig gastrique. It's kind of a sweet and sour and savory sauce that goes really well with wild game. It's actually a very classic sauce. It's a syrup, a reduction made from vinegar, sugar, and a little bit of dried fruit. Today we're going to use fig. Okay, first thing we're going to start with today is we need to clean these venison tenderloins slightly. Now when you buy these in the store, they normally come pretty well cleaned. It's just one piece of silver skin. It's really just connective tissue that you need to remove. It's inedible. As much as you cook it, it's not very tasty. So you want to get your knife, just make a slight puncture, maybe halfway down, and just work your way back. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to marinate the tenderloin. So pretty simple, basic game marinade. We have some red wine. The red wine really helps tame the flavor of the game. And, it is really gamey. I love it. Some people might not, but this really helps. Same thing with the honey. Some salt and pepper. And that's it. You want to give it a good toss. We're going to finish it with just a little bit of olive oil. This is farm-raised venison, so we're going to let this marinate for just a couple of hours. So what you need to do is you need to go to your local gourmet food market or your local Balducci's, and you need to get some Serrano ham from the deli. You want to tell them to slice it very thin and on this wax paper, preferably. It doesn't really stick. These cured meats don't really stick to this wax paper. So what we're going to do now is we're going to lay our venison tenderloin kind of right in the middle. You want to be careful with seams. You want to make sure the seam is going to be kind of at the bottom. So I'm going to go kind of halfway. I'm going to take this wax paper and fold it up. And hopefully the ham is going to now stick to the venison, which it does. And we're just going to wrap it up with the paper, kind of making it tight, and pull back just a little bit. What I have here are a couple that have been chilling for a few hours. You can feel they're nice and firm. There's really no need for any kind of toothpick or anything to put on here. It should stay if you cook it proper. You don't want to go super high heat on this. The higher the heat, the more this ham's going to contract. It's going to seize, and it's just not going to look right. Just a nice kind of medium low. You don't want it too cold, but not too hot. Just a nice crackle when it hits the pan. Once we get a quick saute on the shallots and the figs, we're going to deglaze the pan with a little bit of vinegar. Just add some vinegar. We're using cider vinegar today. You could use balsamic. You could use sherry. Sherry is very classic with a gastrique. We're going to add just a little bit of brown sugar, and we're actually going to kick it up a notch. We're going to bind it with a little bit of veal stock. We're going to give it some good body. And we want to reduce this down by, now that we got this seared pretty well on all sides, I'm going to take this pan, we're going to go straight into the oven. Okay, it's been just a few minutes. We're going to come over here and check our venison tenderloin. Coming out of the oven, it looks great, smells great. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this on this roasting rack here. And we're going to let this rest. It is so critical for a piece of meat like this to be able to rest. It needs to, in a sense, just relax, let the juices be redistributed throughout. If you cut it right away, all the juices are going to come right out of it. So we're going to give this a good 5 to 10 minutes just to sit here. We're going to come over here and check on our sauce. Our sauce looks great. It's kind of been reduced by about 2/3. We got a nice little syrup, great, strong, kind of sweet, savory, sour flavor. It's going to go really, really well with this venison. We're just going to let this rest for a few more minutes, and then we're going to plate it up for you. Okay, we've got our venison tenderloin here, rested for a good few minutes. Got our blood worked through it. We're just going to take this now, and we're going to slice it. And there you have it. Serrano wrapped venison tenderloin with a red wine marinade with a fig gastrique.